Hey everyone, welcome to Monday night's first race of the season. We are in Australia with GRL Division 3, and it is short qualifying, 50% race as always. Just getting into the stream myself since I've started it, so just bear with me. Always a little bit of faffing about to do after you start the stream. Oh, not that one, I've gone into the wrong thing. There we go. Right, so I'm in the stream now, just sharing it around my different leagues. So if we can get some viewers. Although I think problem with Mondays is quite a lot of leagues race themselves on Mondays. So I don't know with the viewing figures, but it is what it is, I guess. That's it, I think. Yeah, I still want to have permission to do it in. So, okay. There we go. Well, hello everybody. Hello Twiglet, Reliable Hilly. This isn't HRF1, buddy. This is GRL. Sorry if you were hoping for HRF1, but it is a race nonetheless, and it is the first race of the season, as I said. So, in Division 3 here at GRL, out of eight divisions this season, which is, I have to say, an incredible achievement from the bosses that run it. I am waiting for a co-coms to turn up, that I'm expecting, but he's not in the lobby yet. It's not like clockwork. Yeah, I'm always late. If you never noticed this, Twiglet, I'm always late. Not like late as in I missed the start. I don't mean that, but whenever I'm supposed to do an interview or something, I'm always running late. I get messages from them saying, "Am I joining or not?" um, right, okay. Atom, if you're listening, I don't know if you've noticed the message, but I need permissions for the stream channel on GRL. I don't have permission to post my stream link in it. At the moment, I've just done it in Division 3 chat, but also done it in the. Oh dear. Looks like Hypes is having to restart his Xbox or whatever it is he's on. So, looks like we've got 16 already at the moment. So, Orgasm, who is the Division 3 sort of boss man, he's the host of the lobbies, and he'll be the boss, if you like. Fox Blue, GSR Harrison, I don't know if that's supposed to be George Harrison, I don't know. If it's Harrison in a way. Corey Kriegmit, that's an interesting name. Is that a anagram or something? I've no idea. No idea. Yenta Bars, I've seen Yenta race before. Very good driver. Formula FSM. I don't know what I'm going to call him. What a terrible name. Come on, sort it out. Wheat. TJ. No, not TJ. TG. TG Wheat. Yasin, another very good driver. Malemo as well. Rambo. Hops. Plenty of them, isn't there? Plenty of good ones. The sky is blue. I knew a driver called Sky Blue, but I don't think I've ever seen the sky is blue. Beastie Zeech. E69, I guess, CXR, something like that. Hypes, I don't know those guys, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve for me tonight as well. I don't know everybody's pace. But here we go then. Again, we are in for hopefully a treat tonight. Doesn't matter what division you're watching GRL, the pace is outstanding in all 8 of them usually, so it will be quick, guys. Let's just hope the racing's good as well. For Australia, it's a difficult track to come to first. I've seen some races here recently. We have seen some good ones actually. It's had some tough ones as well, so let's hope there's some good ones and get our season off to a flying start. So good to see leagues getting going now. It's only one of the leagues I commentate on, HRF1, that's been going a few weeks now, but all the others have sort of held off because of the largely because of the tyre glitch. Actually, that was the big thing, and also actually no, the biggest thing was the force feedback issues on the wheels. Couldn't really get going until that was dealt with, which it has for most. I understand it's one manufacturer of the wheels, is it Thrustmaster, I think, are still having issues, but it's not a massive issue with Thrustmaster because they're slightly different to the other wheels. You can basically unplug and plug them back in. I don't know, I don't have one, but it's a lead or something, I can't remember. You basically unplug it and plug it back in. It seems to be that they'll disappear on you after an hour, although I have some Thrustmaster player mates that have told me it's more like 3 hours now, so we should be good. Just need to be a bit careful. I think what I'm finding on this game is that you need to be more sure of your overtakes. Make sure you leave the room as Squares retires and loses the session as Alfie joins. So, was that what was that about? I just say it says Q1 in the corner. It is short qualifying. It's just the way it does it this year on this game. It says Q1 on short qualifying for some reason instead of just Q. But it is short qualifying. And we are with Formula FSM. What am I going to call him? Formula or FSM? It's easier to say Formula, I guess. He's going to be doing the first run of qualifying then. Connor Daniels says he's going to get set up. I don't know if that's the Williams driver, Squares, that's retired. Maybe it was. Rather go and get set up and start from the back, which I can't blame him. I think I'd rather do that than not have a setup. So here we go then for Formula. Let's go to the onboard camera. I think it's much better for qualifying specifically. So nothing's really changed on the track. Well, there's one significant change actually. We've got one significant change, and that is there is an additional DRS zone this season in Australia. So just around here, whereas before this wasn't a DRS zone, it now is. Just here. And obviously to the chicane. Does provide a really good overtaking opportunity in itself, but even if you don't get the overtake done here, it can get you onto the gearbox to have a go down into the right-hander at the end of this DRS straight. As the sky is blue is out, he appears to have crashed at turn 3. Interestingly. I don't particularly want to come up before him. We've been watching his laps, so let's stick with him. That's how quick it is to clear cars these days, or this year. By the time I actually find a driver that's going to we'll see him from, and it'll disappear already. So 117.3 to get us started then from Formula. Nice start indeed, very nice start indeed. Here comes my Lemo. That's the 117.5, goes into P2. Dead pace. No issue at all in GLR. It's fantastic. Hops, 17.1 from Hops. Brilliant lap. And Beast quite early on in the lap. Hops has just come in around the penultimate corner. Here it comes. It's a 117.1 as well. 1,000th of a second between Hypes and Hops. Oh, come on, Hypes and Hops. Let's hope they battle all season, because I've got to have the Hypes and Hops on the go. That's just awesome. It's blue. Quite early on in the lap, there are some others crossing the line. Craig Mitt has just crossed the line on the 17.6. Someone else just jumps up. Jente Bar 17.2. Yassin 17.8. See how tight it is, can't you? so tight. Here comes Fox Blue then, 17.4, goes into P5. For the moment. 17.4 on your first lap, by the way, is outstanding. I bet you can't quite believe that's only P5. It's now P6 because Harrison goes 17.0. Alpha quite late on his lap now. Alfie, oh, just gets out of shape a little bit coming out the penultimate corner. That affects obviously going to lose him a little bit of time. And yeah, it's a 118.3 from Alfie, but clearly has plenty more in him. I think that would have lost quite a bit of time, that little moment. Flair, which jumps in late, by the way, to be fair to him, is invalidated there. Beastie into the pits. Rambo is out there. Let's see what car that was. I think it's the other AlphaTauri actually. I think it's his teammate. He comes in at the final corner. Rambo do 117.5, puts him into P8. And she's on an out lap. I don't think any of these guys are going again. I think Harrison's on his way back to the pits. Rambo we've just seen, so he won't be going again. Flair maybe? Flair might be having another go here. No, he's invalidated in fact, so let's go to old Zeech then, because he's going to be next to start a lap, and I think we'll do the hilly halt lap with him. Makes sense. Up to 20 drivers now, by the way, full grid. Which is awesome for the first race. It's awesome for Australia as well, because I know a lot of people don't like it. So, at the final corner then, DRS open, and we'll head for the line to start Zeech's first quali lap of the evening into turn 1, usually down the 5th or 4th in this case for Zeech. And out of turn 1 through turn 2. Then head round the right hand side. Lots of traffic as we approach turn 3, but gets out of the way quite nicely actually. Saw him quite late, so did do quite well to get out of the way. Nicely through 3. Hang it round the left hand of 4 and flat out through 5. And head down to this very quick right hander. He stays out the way and gets out the way nicely as well. So really good right hander there. Then we just keep as close as you can to the inside around these parts. So DRS open now, remember, but keep it as close to the left as you can here. Move over to the right. And you need to be attacking the curves a bit through the chicanes. It's a little bit wide on the entry. And DRS open again. We head down to another right-hander. Curve sticking out. It seems a bit better than last year though. Last year it was a bit bumpy there. It's quite a different animal this year. Slight lift through the right-hander and then into the penultimate. Make sure you don't touch the grass on the outside on the penultimate corner. That will make the car run wide. And nicely through the final corner. Just be a little bit careful still with the traction through the final corner and that last bit of track. So Zeech though, 1:17.5, so a very nice lap in the end. Goes P10, but we know he's definitely got some more time in that chicane. He was definitely wide on entry in the first part. That is a really hot lap. First of the season, of course. Stu Matthews, evening. How are you? Check if this goes if I the bombs. Doesn't appear to have. So looks like he's missing tonight then. Can't dwell on that. So join us next week. I understand he's a little bit unsure about doing commentary at the moment on his own, so he was going to join me, but more to be seen tonight, but that's okay. So, to the pits there then, let's have a look. Formula's back out there, but now he's 3.5 seconds down for sector 2. Bit Hops, just starting the lap, so let's go with Hops. Tiny lock up into the right hander. That might, I think that's going to be enough. He's going to back out of this. Yeah, definitely has. It wasn't so much the lock up going into the corner. It's the way it affected the exit for him. It's made it difficult. So, an aborted lap. So now with our boss man, Orgasm. Looking pretty good so far. Let's see through to the end of sector 2. Oh no, we've gone through sector 2, sorry. Into the end of the lap. Sorry, I was looking at my phone, I'll be honest. Confused then. Corner. Out into the pits, okay. Sorry, that's my fault. If I was watching properly, I could have known that was happening. From where he is, he's definitely not on the lap. Blue has gone into P2. Over Alpha Tauri. Now 2.5 seconds down. And anybody else for Corey? What's going on there? Massive lag. Flair then. Looks like he's having another go. Yeah, all good, Jay. Thank you. Now, back into the pits. Can I find anybody on the lap? Beastie. Please, Beastie. Into turn 3. There, use a bit of inside curve, which is absolutely fine. And hangs it round nicely for the left-hander. Flat through the right, that's what we want to hear. But it's always had to attack that right-hander, but I think even more so now. You've got to trust yourself. So, about the wee teammate. So there for his teammate Malemo. Much better through the chicane than we saw previously from the hilly hot lap. Now, the final or penultimate corner into the final corner. Let's say you still got to be careful with the old traction through there. It's still a little bit iffy. So maybe that's what it's like in real life. I don't know, but Beastie then up to P8 without that one, 17.4. Improvement from Zeke, she goes up to P12. Very small improvement, but 17.5. How tight is this, guys? This is unreal. Top 14 are covered by 0.6 of a second. No doubt at all that the guys further down are perfectly capable of it as well. Oh, Cammy boy. Welcome. Blue, see if he can look ahead of Harrison for pole. Just over 3 minutes left. Harrison has retired. Must feel, well, I don't know if he will feel that he's done enough, but he may feel that he's done what he can. On the first lap, remember, so just under a tenth down through sector 2, which is very recoverable through sector 3. And far ahead just gets off of the track into the pits. Fox Blue out the final corner. Head to the line. 1:16.997. That's a superb lap on Fox Blue. He's certainly found the time in final sector. And he goes, at the moment, provisional pole. Formula not on a lap there. That hops. No. He doesn't. You know, he's not going fast there either. Sky's gone dark. It's not. I haven't noticed any spots of rain yet, but it has gone dark. As he's doing through sector 2 here. I don't think he's on a lap either. It's not full throttle at all, is he? So, yeah, 2.6 down. Formula retires from the session. I can't see any rain, but actually, quite often when you're commentating, you don't really see it until way after the drivers do. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I can try, Cammy Boy. I don't really know how to do it, if I'm honest with you, but I can try. I think I don't know. I think I might know. I'm not sure. So, it was off the track then to tire out, presumably. That was an epic steering wheel failure. Pipes on his way to the line. It's going to make him time. He does, so he'll be doing another lap. With him. But, to say, it does just seem a bit dark at the moment, a bit dark and dingy. Actually missed his sector 1 time, but sector 2 very short, so to the end of sector 2 here, and he's almost half a tenth up. Doesn't need much at all to move ahead of Rambo. A full tenth would see him go ahead of Formula as well. Obviously wouldn't be improving like that if there was any rain, but he's invalidated. Who else we've got out there? Alfie doesn't quite improve, just over half a tenth down. Rambo pipes into the pits, and I think both of these guys, Hops and Yentabars, are invalidated. Martin further down, so Beastie No, he's finished. Actually, he's had to check a flag, so I think we are done qualifying. Hey, Jacob. Yeah, they're doing extremely well. Rambo and Fox Blues, that was outstanding. He was about, I think it was .088 down through sector 2 and then just pulled out a monster final sector to take that pole position. Superb. And Rambo stuck one in there quite late on. Yeah, Alpha Tauri boys flying, doing very well. Mercedes boys doing well as well, 7th and 8th. Other than that, the teams seem quite split, but look how close it is. It's exceptional. The times here, by the way, are absolutely immense, I have to say. But if we scroll down, well, let's go through them. So it's pole position in a way. Congratulations to Fox Blue on pole position at round 1 of the season here in Australia. Harrison in P2, Formula in P3, Rambo 4, Hypes in 5, Hops in 6, Jens Bars and Ricori will be on row 4, Alfie and Beastie on row 5, while Wargasm will start in what used to be the second pole position in P11, but not really classed like that anymore. Molamo in P12, Zeech in P13 with Krigmit in 14, Yas in 15, Flair 16, Wheat 17. The sky is blue. Squares and EXR didn't get laps on the board, and we'll start towards the back of the grid. And we will head into the race. Now, last season we didn't have a break. I don't know if anything's changed. I wouldn't imagine so. Yay. Let's quickly nip onto the Discord. There are some drivers coming up who's left the session. I don't know, just checking the Discord a second. Alright, yeah, the streams will be putting the announcements. We seem to be taking a break, so I'm going to go and grab myself coffee, guys, while they're doing this. I think there's some issues with people being able to get in or out or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go and go and grab a coffee before they start, hopefully. See you in a moment. So guys, we are away. Sorry, I didn't see the countdown come up. Always a bit manic at the start. We do have yellow flags coming up. So Hopes has dropped down to the back. So down 15, Yensa down 12. But at the moment, Fox Blue is going off to a good start. He still leads. Harrison still P2, Formula P3. Hops is up a couple of places to P4. And he's pretty close to the back of his teammate here. We shall see if there are team orders as they go. Harrison, lovely start still in P2, but picks up an early penalty. Here we go. Some things happening further down as three drivers have to pit. Flair, Yensa Bars, and Oz each into the pits. Sorry, Darryl was just asking for the pole position time. But, Harrison then very close to Fox Blue. Obviously the DRS will open again, or will open for the first time as they cross the line. Lap 3. Don't have it. Oh no, he's round. Oh dear. Spins it round in order to get going again. That will cost him the... Really still close, so that is going to drop him right down to P15 as we see it. At least he kept it out the wall. Still got plenty to fight for here today, but means that the top four now are a little bit spaced out, so let's just come down here. This is the sky is blue as Wheat picks up 3 seconds. Sky is blue here with my Lemo. Out of 2 Aston Martins, actually 5 and 6, but there is a virtual safety car out, so everybody will have to reduce their speed. And I'm entirely sure, is there a ring missing there? That looks like Wheat's lost a wing actually, so I would suggest that that is probably what's caused the virtual safety car. Obviously he's nowhere near the pits, so he'd be very lucky if he can actually get into the pits before the VSC ends. See, only lap 3, so I can't see any drivers trying to pit to get to the end here. Let's have a look at the tyres. You got, as you can see, well, we're back racing again. Got the top 5 on mediums, then the Lemo on hards, Sky is blue on softs. So a little bit of different strategies, but as you can see, the vast majority of the field started on the medium tyre. Harrison picks up his second 3-second penalty, so it's gone a bit pear-shaped after a superb qualifying, superb start to the race for Harrison. And Sky is blue is dropping down. He's gone round at turn 3. It's 3 or 4 in a way. It's down to P13 when he drops. Just have a quick look actually. I don't know if he's got an end plate missing. He might have a... Yeah, he's missing his right end plate by the looks of things. Just Looking at McCrory. McCrory doesn't appear to be there. He's an Xbox player, so I'll invite him in. Oh, we got a retirement. Rambo. He's at. Oh, that's a massive whack. Pretty much the whole of the front of his car is missing, and he must have hit the inside wall and banked back across the track. So a full safety car out. It's early doors are still. It's only lap 4, so it's gonna be interesting to see if anybody pitting now can actually get to the end of this race. You got EXR and Harrison are both pitted to the hards. It's not a bad idea to do this. Potentially you can go to the end. You may be a bit slow towards the end of the race, but if there were to be another safety car, of course you've done your hard stint and you can move away from those tyres. So quite a good idea, but I think it was pretty much up in the air then as to whether you might sort of come in and change your tyres or stay out. Really, it is a bit early, so track position probably favoured, I would say, certainly by the top guys that are further up. Craig Mick crashed into Sky, yep, indeed. Thanks, Fishy. Message from the Corey. Right, okay. Thank you, Corey. Corey's just messaged me saying he's not going to rejoin because he's lagging really badly. Rambo's saying no grip. Check your tyre temperatures to see what they are. It's a big thing on this year's game so far is tyre temperatures. They do gradually get higher and higher. They don't just get to an ultra sort of a maximum and then stay there. They do keep getting higher and higher. But we're just waiting for the last few cars to catch the back of the safety car, and then we'll get going again. Squares will be next. As Krigmit loses a session, so we've lost Krigmit and Rambo. So Flair and Zeech will catch the back of the safety car. So for those guys that needed to pit the first lap, safety car, bit of a godsend. Is that McLaren missing a front wing? I think it is. It certainly is. He's definitely missing a front wing, so he does not want to catch the back of the safety car queue. If he keeps going like he is, they will catch it. But he definitely doesn't want to. Would be a little bit naughty to drive slowly, deliberately. It's for him and his race. There you go, he's called it too soon, and it's a late call. Look where they are. It is a late call. Safety car in this lap. Actually rides that right round the outside of the penultimate corner. Got a bit of marbles on his tyres. Away he goes, out the final corner then. Doesn't really get a run on him. See, DRS will stay disabled now until the third lap after the restart. It's tight. The Alfa Romeos again, really tight. I don't know if there's team orders at all. Hops doesn't really look like he wants to battle his teammate, but at the same time he's looking fast as Hops. He might you know, he's got guys on the back of him, so there may be a little bit of the old, come on, hurry up. As Beastie then gets past my Lemo, his teammate. That might have been a bit of team orders, looked pretty easy, but it has left my Lemo vulnerable here to Wargasm, who is, like he was getting boxed in a little bit, and there's some contact there. Wargasm, and next he goes. A flare is out of the race, and a safety car is out. Didn't make it round the lap, unfortunately. Flare has crashed on his own somewhere in sector, well, basically at the end of sector 1. E69 lost P10. I want that back. Well, go and get it. And yeah, so another good start to the season in terms of racing. It's both individual mistakes from what I can gather, but there has been a bit of wheel banging, etc. going on. It's the actual 2 safety cars were caused by individual errors. As now a lot more pitters this time round. This is definitely more doable now for the hard tyres. You might even, these guys that have gone to mediums, it's going to be a big struggle for them. Safety cars come out a little bit earlier than one I had in a race here the other night, where people went to the mediums to go to the end, so they were struggling at the end, but they did get there. This is a little bit earlier, so I would suggest that medium tyre runners trying to go to the end from here will struggle to it later on. It's hard should be fine. Corey's AI, unfortunately, and I think, Corey, you could maybe have nipped in and retired the car in the pits or something, rather than leaving it ghosting around the track. Let's see if I can message Rory a second. So I've just messaged Rory just saying, could you nip in and retire the car in the pits? It does get in people's way, ultimately. This is a safety car which is now ending, and, you know, obviously Squares should... That car shouldn't be there, and he's further off the car ahead, where he should be, a lot closer, so... You know, I know it's not a massive issue, but it's still... Yeah, he's 69, so yeah, sorry, but I've messaged the guy and asked him if he could nip in and retire the car, but he doesn't want to actually drive because he's lagging like mad. He doesn't want to hurt other people's races, so where he's coming from, if he could just come in and retire the car, that would be even better. In a way, away we go once again under the safety car. And then Fox Blue gets away nicely. Formula follows him quite nicely, and then Beastie leading the way. We're having a look here at the Sky is Blue on the outside of. Oh, and then the Aston Martin just has a little moment. And the Sky is Blue gets around the outside at turn 4. Just as Wheat was having a little look himself. Aston Martin just had a little moment and ruined his attempts. That little bit of contact there has put Beastie off, and he drops down there to P8. Hops here is having a look at Zeech. Would have been in the wars today, but he's already back up to P6. So he's going to be pretty happy with the recovery so far. Seems to use a lot of curve there, but you can use a lot of curve there, so I'm not convinced he'd have got a warning for that, to be honest. So, hops through then. And into P6 for the moment. Side by side just behind us. Decent view of this. Oh, and Formula is out. He's lost it on the final corner, and that's going to be our third safety car. Oh, Formula from P2 has lost it. And that is our third safety car of the evening. Moan about the safety cars, really. You can moan that they're happening, but you can't moan that they're coming out too much, because they've all come out for fair reasons. Cars that are crashed and on track, so what else is it supposed to do? It's bound to throw out a safety car for that. And just as people think they're pitting to go to the end, a safety car happens. Now surely Fox Blue can't ignore this one. I mean, third safety car, so sure he's got plenty of life left in the tyres, but surely this is at a point where if you started on the mediums, you've got to pit. See what he does. Yeah, into the pits he comes. I think it's just unfortunate for him, to be honest. I think he's played it right by staying out in the previous ones, but this time I don't think he's got a choice. He's got to take a stop. So onto the hard tyre. That will obviously be taken into the end of the race. Not many other well, in fact, only 2 other pitters. So that does, rather unfairly it feels, that that drops Fox Blue down to P12 as a penalty is picked up there for severe collision. So, seconds, yeah, it was Heights that picked it up for a severe collision on Alfie. Appear to have any damage. Sometimes it comes up saying severe collision, and actually if you see it, they've had the slightest little touches. It does absolutely nothing. Third front wing in the night, 369. Keep it going, buddy, because the way this race is going, anything could happen. You could yet find yourself right at the front. It's just one of those races at the moment. Absolutely anything could happen. I don't think we actually hit the wall there. I think that was just a bit lag on my screen. So here we go then. So we're gonna do another lap. Yeah. Well, we have to actually. Yeah, they only caught the safety car this lap, the first lap. they had to drive past it, the leader didn't catch it, so safety car always has to do a full lap before it will come in, so this will be his first full lap. And of course there's the XR, we'll have to catch up as well. Ooh. Bit close. Two Ferraris there in 8 and 10. Starting to look a bit better. Don't forget this season the points changes have occurred, so I'm told that the points are like MotoGP now, so the top 15 score. I don't watch MotoGP, so I can't confirm that, but that's what I'm told it is. So, yeah, so just about 10 seconds roughly to catch up. We're on a straight, so you catch quite a bit of it up here. There's the confirmation area. EXR does catch up in time, and the safety car is in this lap. He wants it in, of course, because he's got some racing to do. That AI car of Ricori ahead of him. Don't try and overtake it, EXR. Just give you a penalty. You don't want that, so just play the game, I guess. So here we go then. Sky is blue, around the final corner, not gone yet. Still not gone, he's taking it very, very late. Now he goes. So, catches a bit of slipstream there, but not enough road left to actually have a go. Hops now, gets a really good run on the inside. It was the outside coming out the corner, but the inside for turn 3. And oh, very minimal contact, but it's sent Wheat round in the end at turn 3. He's looking to recover it. He's going to be down at P16, but well, that would be for the stewards, I think. I think he is missing an end plate, and we've lost Yasin. He's out on what is effectively a straight. So, Pipes gets himself past. Oh, Zeech just in front of us there. Give us a good view. So, oh, Alfie, for goodness sake. It's so, so bad. Oh, it's hard to watch sometimes when it's like this, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. Squares seems to get in a bit of trouble there, and that's allowing Zeech to have a go to try and get back up to P8, and that he does. The XR in his attempt to recover has ended up round. Let's concentrate on the front guys a little bit, shall we? We haven't done too much of that so far. So the Sky is Blue at the moment, along with Hops, is creating a little bit of lead to P3. So almost 2 seconds to Hypes, who has a penalty as well. Let's just go to Alfie actually. He's onto the back of Hypes, but obviously had that. Oh, gets a load of oversteer. Nearly loses it, and that actually drops him out of the 1 second. As DRS is now enabled, and here comes my Lemo and Wargasm. Luckily enough, neither of them try and make a lunge. A little bit vulnerable to Yentabars, but he's backed off as well. Some sensible driving going on. As Hops gets through for the lead of the race. So it's just 3 laps younger than the Sky is Blue, but saying that, those 3 laps could have mostly been under safety car. Swigler, honestly, mate, you're absolutely right, and the pace of these guys is absolutely incredible, but nobody seems to actually want to try and race properly. They just want to barge their way through as quick as they can. Look at this, he's getting pushed around the corner. Four squares on the outside of Orgasm. No. Moment. It's a nice close battle here, but Alfie, Malemo, Yentabars, Squares, Wargasm, Fox Blue even has joined the back of this one as he goes, I think, for a move on Wargasm. He's up the inside. DRS open, well, both with DRS open. So we head into the chicane. As you take a deep breath and clench your buttocks every time you go through there in this race. Squares up ahead of Alfie into P6. This beast gets ahead of the AI of Ricori. And somebody's into the pits. Then comes Olzeech. He puts on a fresh set of mediums to go to the end. He's going to have some serious pace to the end of this race. Be very surprised, unless somebody else pits. Be very surprised if he doesn't take the fastest lap. Into bars, very close here to my Lemo. Yellow flags. Alright, it appears to be Wheat, I think, who's at the back. He's had a bit of trouble. Zones 1 and 2. He's got both his end plates, so well, he's round again. Lights himself again and gets going once more. I will say that when I commentated here at Australia the other night, we had 3 safety cars, and after that there was 2 more crashes which should have brought out safety cars, but it didn't come. It was just yellow flags. So I mean, I can't confirm this, obviously, but we're in the same situation here, where Three safety cars have occurred. That is the same driver again. So that is Wheat. He's ended up running there, and here comes Hypes on the Sky is Blue. Has it done before the braking zone? As the blue flags are starting to be waved for Wheat to mind out his way, and the XR is out now. Around here on the straight again. It's, as you can see, no safety. He's on track. That in real life that would be a safety car, and I'm pretty confident right now in saying that I think there's a maximum of 3 safety cars. It may only be here at Australia. I'm not saying it's all the races. I don't know that yet. I can't confirm that at all. But it's like Wheat has retired in the pits as well, so he's after falling a lap down. He's had enough. Despite the fact that he would still score points, he could have gone to the end. He'd have still scored points. In the top 15 score. But, in amongst all this that's going on, we are seeing some good stuff. So, yeah, Fox Blue moving up the grid. I'll come to him now as we see ahead of us Squares getting past Jens Bars. There we go. The only problem here, of course, is he's now caught onto the back of a driver who's getting DRS as well. He may get a run here, though, up to turn 3. It's just a little out of shape, but yeah, it's quite light on the brakes. Nice little switchback attempt from Fox Blue. Can he make this work? He does indeed, and that is up to P5. That was decent from Fox Blue. I like that. He seemed to notice that Jens Bars tried to go be the later on the brakes, and so took the extra speed off to do the switchback. It was a nice move. So, in amongst all this carnage, there has been some little gem moments, but they have been a few and far between, but they have been there. As Fox Blue now, he's on straight onto the back of Squares. Calm. And, definitely, I think he'll be looking for turn 3 again here, you know, because let's go on board with him. I don't think he's going to be close enough into turn 1, so I think just be thinking of turn 3 again. Let's try exactly the same as last time, try and get a good exit. So I didn't really get it this time. So he's going to have to wait. Maybe an opportunity at the back straight this time. The back straight does seem to be the best opportunity around Australia now. It was a really good opportunity last season in F1 22, but the DRS being added as well just makes it even more powerful. As we've seen in F1 23 already, DRS, ERS, even the slipstream seems really overpowered on this game. Here he comes. Might be just about run out of tarmac from just there. Another DRS zone here. Oh, we've lost Wargasm. He's lost it out the chicane and has crashed across into the wall. Ah, oh, Wargasm, man. Unlucky. And here Jens Bars gets ahead of Squares for P5. And so what's happened? Fox Blue is into P4. Guys, picks up the pen. No, Dan. So I'll endeavour to get myself back in as quick as I can, guys. Not sure why that just happened, but didn't seem to be any obvious signs of disconnection, so don't quite know what happened there. So I endeavour to get in as quick as I can. Shouldn't take long from here. Here we go. So nothing major's happened that we missed. So Squares is out, Harrison is out. So since Wargasm went out, we've lost Harrison and Squares as well. So we're down to just 10 drivers. Let's go to Yenta Bars, who's managing to stick with Fox Blue at the moment, although of course Fox Blue penalty free. So Yenta Bars chasing Fox Blue. We're actually down to 9 drivers because one of the 10, of course, is the AI of Rakori. Still kicking around, currently in 10th place. 20 starters, we are down to 9. Cue the Discord arguments, I'd imagine. At least it looks like Enterprise and Fox Blue are going to keep us entertained to the end of this race, hopefully. The DRS zone here. So goes to the inside and round nicely. Nice overtake from Yenta. And Fox Blue will stay there. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Doesn't need to overtake, of course, but for him, he wants to be catching the cars ahead. So ideally, Fox Blue, I would argue, doesn't really want this to be a battle. He wants them to catch the cars ahead so that he can get them on the penalties. The more they actually battle themselves, the more time they'll lose. So if he just follows around behind, it looks like Yenta can catch the car ahead of them. So we'll have a look in the next sort of couple of laps at the penalties, I think, this week, as there's so little finishers. But at the moment, Hops looking dominant now. It's not looking like anybody's going to have the opportunity to catch him. With the fact that the 3 drivers that are directly behind him all have penalties, he's looking about 1,000 to 1 on right now to win this race. So other than that, only Beastie the only other driver. So Hops, Fox Blue, Beastie, the only penalty-free drivers left. So Corey is an AI, so ignore that one. I assume he hasn't rejoined, but even if he has, no, he hasn't. I was going to say, even if he has, he spent so much of the race in AI, he wouldn't be classified in a way. So, I'll stick with this because obviously this is our battle, and they are only just outside the 1 second of the sky is blue now. So look at this, Fox Blue makes his move now just as they're about to reach the 1 second of the sky is blue, which he just did with the aid of that DRS. Did he get DRS again? Yes, he did. So that will obviously help him defend against Yenta, but at the same time he'll be able to attack Sky's Blue. So we'll look at the... In fact, yeah, let's look at penalties on this one. Oh dear, okay, so, well, it's 11 seconds for Hypes, that's going to hurt him. Clearly, you're dropping below Sky's Blue. Fox Blue is absolutely on for a second place here tonight. Just got to be careful not to pick up a 3 second himself. The Sky's Blue does only have the 3 seconds. Just got to be careful. The Sky's Blue is very much on for a podium, with obviously the driver ahead of him having 11 seconds, and driver on 5th also having 3 seconds. So Jens has got 3, Malemo 3, 3 for Alfie, and also 3 for Ol Zeech. A bit for Hops now. He's absolutely dominating this race now throughout the second half, really. And we're barely seeing him because he's disappeared at the front, so obviously we're not really watching him. Clever driving from Fox Blue, yeah, absolutely. So that was clever driving from Fox Blue. I think, if anyone, I think he stood out tonight. He's only not winning this race because of poor luck, really, because of the safety cars. So it may seem a bit harsh on Hops, but I think Fox Blue is going to be my driver of the day today. I don't. He's without doubt he's the one that's impressed me most, and he is, as per my rules, he is penalty free. Beastie puts up a penalty, by the way. I missed that. He puts up 3 seconds. So now just the 2 drivers penalty free. Yeah, it may seem a bit harsh on Hops, but so I did have one little contact Fox while making an overtake, but I don't think it was even close to being his fault. So, well, he gets forced off track there. Oh, come on, Yenta. That's not your finest moment, and I think he's just hit the car ahead a bit as well. I don't think it's going to matter to Fox Blue. I think he is still going to take P2, but let's go to Hops then as he crosses the line to win the first race of the season here at Australia. Sky is Blue will come across P2. Yenta Bars comes across 3, but he drops to 4. Fox Blue then up to P2. Right, so let's start that again. So Hops is P1, Fox Blue P2, the Sky is Blue in P3. Yenta Bars in P4, Alfie P5 as it disappears on me, so I'll do the rest of the countdown in a moment. But I think would you agree then, Twiglet? Would you you've watched it with me, would you go with Fox Blue for driver of the day today? I personally I think, you know, as I say, I think it's only through poor luck really that he's not won this race. But I think for me he's been the standout driver. So, see them. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, good. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they pay any attention to my driver of the day, quite honestly, if you're in the Discord for this league. But doesn't mean I don't award it. I still give it out. I've had a little message off of drivers occasionally saying thank you for that. So there we go. There we go. There's the podium celebrations. That's yeah, just to confirm then. So it was Hops that took the win. Fox Blue P2, Sky is Blue P3, Jens Bars in 4, Alfie 5, Malemo 6, Hypes 7, Beastie in 8, Olzeech in 9. He was the last finisher. He also took the fastest lap with 119.791. Everybody else was DNF'd. Ricori was in AI the whole race. Everybody else DNF'd and not classified as they were too far away from the end. Let's go into the race director. I expect I've got a bit of scroll through for the incidents. So let's just make sure we get all this in, just in case the stewards want to take a look at them. There we go. But there we have it then, guys. That is Australia. That is our first race of the season. I think we can all agree that's one to forget. I don't think that's going to be on anybody's highlight reels anytime soon. But you know, first race of the season. The one thing with this league is these guys don't. The divisions are sorted out. They were done last week in the draw, so they haven't had any pre-season races to race together, which doesn't help. I'm not saying that's an excuse. It's not. But it doesn't help, does it? So there you go. I'm still hopeful that we'll have some very good races moving forward, but tonight's just didn't happen really. But interesting to see that it wouldn't bring out a fourth safety car again. That's twice in a row at Australia that it seemed to be that the three safety cars was the limit. Which I'm glad of as a commentator, because we don't want to spend the whole race behind safety cars. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I haven't actually checked with these guys if they want to do interviews, so I'll check for next time, but I don't really want to talk through that with anyone, so let's leave it this week. Good night, God bless. I will be back tomorrow night for the Legendary League WAOF1, who will be starting their season at the Circuit of the Americas. So please come and join me for that at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That will be guaranteed to be an absolute belter of a race, I promise you. So come and join me then. And then I have 2 nights off to race myself. So yeah, see you tomorrow night, guys. Good night, God bless. Thank you ever so much for watching along with me, especially you guys in the chat that have kept me entertained, Twiglet and E69 and everybody else. So thank you very much, and to everybody who watches the stream back at a later point. All appreciated. See you soon. Good night, God bless.